How's everybody? Pleased with what our guys did last weekend, and today's about getting better. They were great in the building. Obviously, we know the test that we have in front of us, facing a really good Georgia football team. It's a great weekend, opportunity for game day to be here on the biggest stage in college football, and while that's going on, get a chance to also recognize and welcome back one of our own, and John Henderson, College Football Hall of Famer, one of the greats to have ever played the position, and certainly one of the greats here. And it'll be great to have a bunch of his teammates back here as we get a chance to celebrate him too. Checker Nealon, anticipate our fans helping bring in the Nealon effect here and create a great atmosphere on Saturday afternoon. So looking forward to the contest and the preparation during the course of the week. Open it up.
Questions? Start up front.
It's just right here in front. How do you prep for a guy like Gunnar Stockton, who really has such a limited experience, just his first full year as a starter, and they've only played Marshall and Austin Peay? How does your staff find unique ways to scout a guy like that for such a big game?
He's played really well. You look at him this year, he's taking great care of the football. He's been accurate with it. He's got the ability to be extremely mobile and extend and create plays on his own. You got to do a great job of applying pressure, but still bottling him up inside of the pocket, not letting him get outside of it. And if they choose, he certainly can be a part of the quarterback run game as well and try to tilt the numbers. So huge test for us defensively. Communication will be important, all the shift trade motion before the snap of the football as well. We got to be at our best.
Rob Dinelli.
Coach, at receiver, you got some young guys that are obviously very talented. Georgia has a history or reputation for being really physical on the perimeter. Mm-hmm. What kind of a point of emphasis is that for your guys this week, and where do you think they are?
Yeah, absolutely. In this football game, there's one-on-ones that guys are going to have to win all over the football field. And you're talking about the wide receivers. That's going to happen at the line of scrimmage as well. And, you got to play with fundamentals and technique. And get off of it. That's press man and all the coverage variation that they have. You also have to be able to recognize those things as well. And protecting the quarterback, winning the line of scrimmage, going to be important, and vice versa for us defensively. We got to do a great job against the run. You got to get them in third and longs, and then you got to be able to get off the field.
Coach, what's one thing that excites you about this week just after watching some film?
I'm excited to go compete. This is a conference opener, great opponent, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. So for us, the preparation is going to be important, focusing in on what matters, which is your preparation and the details of it. The subtleties of this game, you got to go win one-on-ones, but you got to play assignment sound. You're playing a really good opponent. You can't give them anything. And then through your preparation, when a play presents itself, you got to be able to go make it.
Adam and Paige.
Josh, Georgia's certainly under Kirby has been really good on the line of scrimmage, not just in this game, but every game. How much of that physical style is personnel? How much of that is philosophy and scheme?
Well, they are extremely physical as a football team. They're well coached, across the board. But the line of scrimmage, the combination of those things with their skill sets, their talent, the athletic traits that they have, I think it's a combination of all those parts.
How much of an emphasis are you putting on ball security when it comes to maybe some of the passes by Joey that look a little high, or just not being able to keep control of the ball in the pass game? Yeah,
ball security will be important in this one. It's a game of limited possessions. You got to maximize your opportunities. The ball is everything. You can't give them short fields, and you got to maximize your opportunities when you're on the plus side of the 50 as well. And that comes in the form of the guy that has the ball in his hands. As far as our skill players securing it, it's the quarterback taking care of it in the pass game, being decisive and reading things the right way. It comes in the form of protection too. So it's all 11. They got to do a great job of it.
Sam and Elijah.
During pregame last week, Lance Hurd led the offensive line huddle and was very animated and emotional during his pep talk. How have you seen him take on that leadership role, and why is it important that he has?
Yeah, a lot of new guys in there. He's one guy that had time on task inside of our program. That was a challenge that I and Coach Ellerby and our staff presented to him during the course of the offseason. Lance has grown a bunch in the time that he's been here. You know, came in as a transfer, really 6 months into college football. Dealt with adversity last year, some injuries, played through a lot of it, and you know, has had a great offseason, but really grew as a leader for our program, and excited about, you know, the steps that he's taken in that way.
Coach, you just talked about, you know, getting 11 guys. I mean, is coming in this week, are we getting some guys off of injury, like Jamal McCoy or anybody else? Are we getting closer to getting some guys off of injury?
Yeah, I'm going to refer you guys to the injury availability report. I'm not sure what day it comes out, but it'll be out on Wednesday.
Brendan James.
You've been waiting all season to get to answer that question.
Yeah, I know that.
Safety play, defending the middle of the field. How do you feel like that group has played? How well do you feel like you've defended the middle of the field through 2 games? And how important will that be this week?
You're going to have to defend the entire field in this one. But middle of the field's important. I feel like we've done a good job. There's a couple things that we've given up, you know, a couple weeks ago on some third downs in particular, that we can play better in some of our zone principles, pattern reading, and those types of things. But all in all, it's been sound.
Georgia's obviously had a lot of turnover in their skill position players, including a wide receiver, Zachariah Branch. What do you see from Georgia's skill players, including Branch specifically?
Yeah, still really talented, got speed, playmakers. You know, Branch is a guy that's played at a high level, has experience, played really well here the first couple of games. Dynamic in the return game as well. He poses a big test for us.
Austin.
During your time here, it seems like y'all have hit on transfers more than you've missed. I mean, it feels like that a lot of your players that have come from the portal, and they've not necessarily been the biggest names coming in, but they've been, you know, household names when they leave here. Why do you think that is, and what is it about maybe this group, a Star, and obviously Joey's coming in, but I mean, Colton Hood, Pendleton, all those players that have allowed them to have success?
Yeah, you know, through the recruiting process, and the portal recruiting is sped up. I think our personnel staff, our coaches have done a great job. Background identifying the traits that we look for in recruiting, not just portal guys, but high school guys as well, and been able to attract the right player and the right type of kid here. I also think our leadership here is a big part of that too, and helping onboard those guys and get them going in the right direction right away.
Coach, after a big win, how do you make sure that your team stays grounded and focused going into a game against a team like Georgia?
Yeah, previous Saturday has nothing to do with what's going to happen, transpire the following Saturday. Nothing good or bad follows with you. You got to learn from your lessons, and your preparation practice take you to a position being ready to go play at a high level. And in this one, the details are going to matter, and you know, that comes in, you know, your fundamentals, your technique, your eye discipline, everything post-snap can be really important.
Brendan Page.
With this game being earlier in the year than it has been, is there any difference in preparation? Is there any have to maybe adjust more on the fly because you don't have as much to study and prepare for with them playing 2 games and you guys only playing 2 games against the opponents you played?
Yeah, I think all of your early season games, we talked about it before week 1, after week 1 too. But even at this point, there's less, you know, current video of you know, what they're doing, and so communication adjustments are important in this one. That's your players on the field. It's also your coaches and players together when you get to the sideline.
I believe it was the final drive against ETSU. Joey Aguilar was in the huddle with the team as you guys are getting ready for your last offensive drive. What is it about Joey, and how special is it to have a quarterback like that even at the end of the game, he's very actively in the huddle?
Yeah, great teammate. That's who he's been from the time that he got here, developing relationships. as he was first onboarding into our program, and certainly a guy that cares about the guys that are around him, and to go cheer on the other quarterbacks, the other young guys that were getting an opportunity, speaks to who we know him to be on a day-to-day basis, and I think that's important in your leadership from your team.
Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.